So now we know how to organize the work in the warehouse. Yesterday we saw how to execute the work, how to organize, how to make all the different process in the warehouse. We did the picking, then someone did some preparation, some packaging, and then we end up with some boxes that we have to ship. I put some packages that we want to ship. And then my package. Someone created those packages and put them on the output location. This you know, so not Odoo. Those output location could be different location. I created a different output location, and somehow we have to load those packages in the truck. So we have a concept that we introduced some time ago. It was already there last year. It's the shipment advice. So the shipment advice is representing what you want to put in the truck or what you will receive in the truck. So we have improved this concept recently also. So at first you could create one shipment advice to load one truck, and then you have to close it and go to the second truck. So now we are able to load multiple trucks in parallel. And either it could be for the same destination, because what is important is that when you put the goods in the truck, you need somehow to ensure that your order is complete. So for one order, you could make multiple packages. So here I've done 3 sale orders. And what I want to be sure is that when I go to the customer, I have all this package, and I don't have to go a second day with the remaining package. Everything was there on the output location. So if you know that multiple trucks are going to the same destination, you can load multiple trucks and spread on different trucks. Otherwise, you need to be sure that you put the right package in the right truck. And this is all the purpose of the shipment advice. It's representing what you will deliver. We have developed a shop floor scenario that is there for some years now that allows you to load the goods in the truck. You have 2 ways of working. Either you want to empty the output location, you will scan everything, put in the truck, or at some point you will need to be sure that all the order is complete. We will see an example. So we can use the shipment advice for truck planning. So like I said, you can, this is related to, remember, we have the card with the different region in the country, and we want to classify some customer in the different region. And then, based on this, you prepare the goods, you distribute the work in the warehouse, and now you have to deliver those. So the simple case is you have one truck going for this region, you just load that. But the more complex case is you have multiple trucks for this region, and then you want to organize all the work. For this, I don't say much more because Suel will talk about this and just after my talk in the afternoon. And you will see what they developed about geo optimization. But basically, what we try to achieve is to link one or multiple shipment advice to this release channel and have all the deliveries organized or planned in those shipment advice. The shipment advice can also serve for receiving goods. So you can also plan the incoming shipments. You could also use that for receiving a container or receiving a truck concerning different supplier, meaning different PO, or even with one supplier, maybe you sometimes have to make multiple PO because you have different conditions. At the end, you just receive one shipment, and what you want to be able is to receive the goods quickly. So we developed a shop floor scenario to make the reception. This is quite new. And if you don't have any shipments, you will just scan like the PO or select one of your incoming shipment, and then start by scanning the goods. And the challenge we wanted to have in this scenario is that we want to allow as many people to receive the same stuff. So we really work a lot on being able to parallelize the processing of the reception. And so now we can have multiple operators just scanning whatever they have in front of them. Everything is being processed in the incoming shipment. And also, as soon as you receive something, it can be posted automatically, just what you processed, so that someone can take it and put it away, and not having to wait that everything has been processed. So this was a great addition to shopfloor. And then I come back to my truck. The last addition we have just done is that now, instead of processing one incoming shipment, you can process a complete truck with multiple incoming shipments. And yeah, if you have different suppliers just providing you goods, you don't want to always look, oh, this is coming from this supplier, I need now to change my incoming shipment and to open the right one to process this product. No, you just want to process the product, to scan them, and to process the reception. So that's how you could leverage the shipment advice for reception. Okay. I will show you how you could do some processing with truck loading. I'll just take my scanner. There. So this is again a shop floor. I need to start from the beginning. I need to scan a batch to identify myself. Okay. Huh? Fix it? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. So I will choose the profile. I am now someone loading the truck. I have a delivery with shipment. So what I have to do is first, I need to declare that there is a truck that I can load. For that, I need to go here in inventory, shipment advice. Let's say we are Tuesday and we have a truck that is here from 11 to 1. I confirm my truck. This truck is on this dock, and we can start loading this truck. So once we have done that, the people, they will scan the door. So in the warehouse, you have big doors with the truck, and you can put a barcode. I just forgot to print it, so I will type it. Okay. And now I want to load my truck. For that, as I explained you, I have different locations. So first, what I want to do is empty the first location and just put everything in the truck. So I will scan my location, like somewhere, location. That's the location, and I see on this location what I have. This one I process it by just trying. I will redo again. I have 4 package, and now I will start loading my package. I will take my first package. I will just scan it. I see it's green. I put it in my truck. I don't have a truck with me, but this is my truck. I just scan the next package. I scan the package. Could be a box, could be a pallet, whatever. And you see it's very easy to load the truck, and you know what is now loaded in the truck. That's the first way of working. And then at some point, so maybe I can show here. Yeah, so I told you I had 3 sale orders. I see that I've loaded completely one sale order and two sale order are partially loaded. And you have the possibility to view where are the goods. So for example, this sale order, it has been partially loaded. We process this location, but on those two locations there are also packages. So if now I go to, sorry, I went back one, two more. Oh yeah, if I go back to my screen, in fact the system is telling me I don't need to click around and to dig it. As soon as I go back to my home screen, I see all the orders, all the packages that correspond to orders that you have partially shipped. And what is also interesting before I process that is that in the backend, as a manager, you can also see that you have here loading progress. And you can see my 3 deliveries. This one is green, this one you put 1 of 3. And if you put some weight on the package, you can see how much weight you have and the quantity that is being processed. So the manager don't need to go to shop floor, it's only the people. So now if I want to do that, I can just scan this one. And also, let's finish it, scan this one. Yes. So I told you there is 2 ways of working. Either you work on a location, either you work per order. So here I switch in the mode by working per order, and the system tells me those are the 2 packages of the order that you need to scan to complete the order. I scan this one is for a different order, and he told me no, this one is not from the right order. You're not supposed to load it in the scope of finishing this order. I think you understood how it's working. When you're done, you have to close the shipment advice. This will process the real deliveries. So that is also important, is that at the moment we are just writing on the move the information that it is being put in the shipment advice, but the move are not yet validated. It's validated when we close the truck, if everything has been put in the truck. So that's also for the case if you have multiple trucks going to the same address, and you can have some control on this. Why we do that? It's because at some point the truck is full, and sometimes you need to remove something from the truck to complete an order that is still missing some pallets. So as we control nothing, we can just revert. We have also here the arrow to remove something from the truck. Well, sometimes it's good. That was faster. About truck, we also did some recent stuff on purchase. I told you we do a lot of logistics, but as we are speaking about receiving truck, you also need to care about what you purchase. And some suppliers, they ask you to purchase a truck or kind of a truck, nearly a truck, and just don't purchase goods. They need to ship the goods to you, and sometimes you have some constraints. So if I take here 1 PO here, let's create a new one from scratch. From AB in Bev. Let's buy some good Belgian beer. And that's why. Thanks. And I will want to order 5 pallets. So When I fill this, I have some information about the volume taken by this order. I can see that the total transport quantity in terms of pallet is 5. If I order whatever other, I don't remember what I could. What did I put here? Oh, see, let's put just a pen. Okay. Maybe here I want like 10 box of 10. I don't know how much it represents in terms of pallet. And now, yeah, we see here that I loaded 5.25 of a pallet in the truck. This represents 260 kilo and some volume if this could have an interest. If you load pallets, you're more interested by counting pallets. And then you have here the possibility to define what is the transport mode. So the transport mode can be predefined on the supplier or it could be defined manually on the PO. And on this transport mode, you are able to define all the constraints you want to put in place. So a constraint, you just put a name, and you could add a domain saying what is the constraint you want to put in place for this transport mode. So here I just said my total weight should be below 7,000 kilo, and I need between 10 and 12 pallets. I cannot purchase more than 12 pallets, otherwise they cannot put it in the truck. This is very recent. What we are adding now is to get some purchase exception. So if you don't respect that, you will have some complaints. I'll just take a moment. So what is important behind this is, of course, to configure properly your packaging on the product. So you probably know that in Odoo you can manage different packaging where you define the size or the quantity in each of the packaging, and you can also define the weight, the volume, either on the product but also on the packaging, because sometimes it's more heavy with the packaging itself. So for example here I created a bigger box of 24 pieces and a pallet that contains 10 boxes. Just a side note on this packaging, as I still have some time left. So we did some improvement in V14 in the management of the packaging. There was this concept of packaging type we introduced, where we could define cross packaging some types. So here you see the packaging of one specific product, but it's interesting to type this packaging like we did here. This is my packaging type. And Odoo found that great, so they took it and they put it now standard in 16, which is really nice because it's less stuff we have to maintain in the OCA. And but still we were lacking one concept, because not everything was there in the 16 like we were used to have before. So we have introduced a second concept, which is the packaging level. So what is a packaging level? It's basically allowing you to classify your different packaging by either it's primary, it's very close to the product, it's secondary, like a box, or it's tertiary, typically a pallet. It's very high level. It's interesting also to have this knowledge if you at purchase or sales information on e-commerce platform. Maybe you want to expose to your customer that they can order box or pallet, but you don't want to go too deep. While the packaging type now in 16, it's more tied to the inventory and allows you to be way more precise on how you want to control putaways in your warehouse. So it serves two different purposes, and there is a link between the two. So when you create a package type. You can link it to a packaging level, and still you have the freedom to name your level as you like. If I take a typical example, one level would be the pallet, that's the tertiary level, but you could have European pallet with a specific size, you could have a shape pallet, you have different type of pallet, and this is very important for logistics because those pallets don't enter the same location. So if you have bigger pallets, it will never fit a location for a Euro pallet. So this is where you have some interest on precising the information on the package type. I think it's quite well done. Question on all this? Yep. So shopfloor is one app for executing the work. It's pulling some different modules, mainly for technical purpose, some helpers providing some information. Also, you see that we work a lot with packaging, so we pull some low-level base module providing this information. Then for what I just show at the end, the purchase, that's one app. You can just use that one module to install it in the purchase. Shipment advice, it's one concept. You can install it. You can just use the concept of shipment advice without everything. The release of operation, that's another module. So everything is separate. It's like a puzzle with plenty of pieces, and you're free to use the piece that you want, and each piece serves a specific business requirement, and they could be interconnected together. Of course, it makes sense to have the full picture from the control of what is coming, what is being done in the warehouse, but you could also make very simple usage and just pick one application. Like, for example, I would be interested only of releasing the goods. I can just install this application and still use the normal stuff of Odoo. Yeah.
What you presented is focused towards delivery.
Yes.
I have a customer in mind who has lots of issues with receptions.
Yes.
So do you have support for dispatch advisors, DSADV, how it's pronounced, and stuff like that, or is it out of scope?
You mean in EDI?
I mean in the flows. So they order on a regular basis to the same sets of suppliers, and they get receptions,
yes,
which contain part of several orders, and the supplier sends them a dispatch advice saying, okay, I'm delivering these quantities from this purchase order tomorrow by truck,
yes,
and so on. And so they need to prepare that, and they want to control what's being received compared to the dispatch advice, and then reconcile that with the purchase orders.
So in the EDI repository, we developed the support of the dispatch advice coming from suppliers. This was done before the concept of shipment advice. So it's at the moment splitting your delivery. So one dispatch advice corresponds one with one delivery date, because you can have multiple sub-information in your dispatch advice with different dates. But you have this purchase split by date module, I don't know exactly the name, that allows you to have one incoming shipment per date, and this is plugged together with the EDI, and this will generate, and this will kind of reshuffle the move in different incoming shipment based on the information you receive. Yeah. Then I don't know if this will one day be integrated with the other concept of shipment advice, but at the moment it was kind of using just the standard stack of Odoo of incoming shipment without more complexity. Yeah.
Did you have some experience about
yes, but we never have had any project with that yet. But yeah, it depends. It depends how you want to integrate that. At the end, we are just processing move, and the RFID. I don't know in your case how you would like to process them, but basically what I know is that you could have some parts moving, and by moving some through gates, the RFID is automatically processed, and this process moves. So this is not part of what we have done so far.
Is all this in OCA repository?
Everything is in the OCA, yes.
Can you show us where?
Yeah, so it's spread on different repositories. I tried on the slide to put some links. We don't have everything, but here you have the link to the release channel. Here you have the link to the stock available to promise. And if you take the one from yesterday, you have also all the links. And of course, there are plenty of sub stuff, but if you find the first module, you already reached the right repository. And by looking all the other modules starting with this, you will understand what's going together. Yeah, and what is just to close this? I have to say I'm really happy that we can manage large customer, large warehouse, but also medium. It does not serve only big customer. You can just manage a very small customer with that by just structuring this stuff. And yeah, everything is in the OCA. Everything we do is there. And the last project, everything that we developed for the customer has been developed in the OCA, and I'm really happy that we were able to do this. It was also a decision taken with the customer for the long term, that we don't want to have the single customer having a very complex solution. And the great benefit of that is that we have now multiple customers, multiple integrators, having their own customer using the stack. And there was a big work done for migrating to the V16, thanks to Axon. And meaning that all the customers using this in V14, they will not have to pay this migration also. So just want to share that it's possible to make a complex project purely OCA and no specific module.
Amen.
Yes. Okay, thank you.